Hello all, welcome to another quick learning. Today we're going back to CodeSignal. We'll work on the Python coding exercises. If you're joining this in the middle of the playlist and you want to start from the first video, I'll put a link in the description below so you can do that. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to the arcade, going to Python. So we're on this lambda illusions section, number 27, get points. So you have to put the code here that's missing from the ellipse. A new scoring system was introduced in your university. From now on, each test will consist of a predefined list of questions, and for the ith, this is 1-based as opposed to Python, which is usually 0-based question. A student either gets I points or loses P points as a penalty. Your task is to calculate the number of points a student got for some test. Implement a function that would calculate the number of points received for the test based on the given list of answers. Alright, so you're going to get a list of answers that are either true or false. So true means they got the question right, false means they did not. And then they're going to give you a p-value, which says how much you should deduct if it is a false answer. So in this case, they would get 5 points because they would get 1 here. They would get 2 because this is a number 2 index in a 1-based system. And then false, it would be -2 for that because P is 2. And then here you would get 4 because that's the 4th item. So you can see here it's 1 plus 2 minus 2 plus 4 equals 5. And they want you to just return that sum there after you've done all the arithmetic. Alright, so they've already implemented some code for us. So let's take a look at that. So to understand what we need to put into this function here that's called question points, we'll have to look at this code first. So they're stating a variable here, so they're doing res equals 0, and then they're returning res, so this is going to be the number that sums up the points that they're going to get and return that value. So then they're going for I, answer, and enumerate answers. So what that's going to do is it's going to take your answers list and it's going to give you the index values in I, so 0, 1, 2, 3. And then it'll also give you the answers in variable A. So true, true, false, true. And it will do that sequentially. So first it will give you 0 for I and true for answer. And then the next time it runs, it's going to give you true for answer and 1 for I. And then they're taking the res and they're adding to that the question points. So whatever we define in question points using the arguments I and answer. So the function that we have to create is going to have to give us 1, 2, -2, and 4. And then this part of the code will sum that up. All right, so since we only have one line to do this, we're going to use a lambda function. In lambda, we have to give the variables. There's going to be 2 variables. There's going to be an I and an answer. You could label them differently if you wanted to, but just for clarity, I'm going to call them the same thing that they, same as the arguments that they list in here. And then we have to state what we want this function to do. So we're since this is this I is 1-based, and this I is going to be 0-based, we have to account for that. So we're going to do I plus 1 to convert 0 to 1, 1 to 2, etc., to go from 0-based to 1-based. And if answer, so if answer is true, that's what we're going to return is I plus 1. Else, we're going to return -P. Okay, so if we run the tests, you'll see that is the correct answer. So hopefully you guys are able to follow along with that, and you join me for future videos. Actually, I'll just go through what this lambda function, I could define it also this way. So let's do question points. So I could define it like this. So this might be more familiar to people when you're defining a function. Oops. So you define it like this, and then you could say if answer, you could even do if answer equals true, but this is equivalent to just if answer. So I'll just take this out. So if answer, then you would return I plus 1, and then you could have the else statement, return else, return negative p. So this code here is equivalent to this here. We're just defining this function as a variable using a lambda function instead of doing this more formal definition of a function. All right, so I hope that helped a little bit, and I hope you've joined me for future videos. Thank you very much.